Hello everyone and welcome back to my videos. In this video I'm going to be talking about Elemental Phonics, and I'm going to show you inside of every single book. It's been a request. A lot of you have asked me, show us inside the book. So I'm going to go ahead and show you inside. For those of you who are not familiar and you're looking to teach your children to read, maybe you have struggling readers, maybe you're a homeschool family, whatever it is, I'm going to talk about Elemental Phonics. So Elemental Phonics is a reading program in which goes over the 44 phonograms. And so the English language is an easy language to learn to read, because once you learn the 44 phonograms, you should be able to pick up a book and read it. And so that is essentially what it does. In fact, the first book, if you just get the first book for your preschoolers or for before preschool, they're going to be learning with this small little book. By the end of the book, they're going to be reading sentences at the end. Very simple book. It starts off really simple with 5 words per lesson. It's really simple, and the vowels are in red. Why are the vowels in red? Because when you elongate the vowels when you're reading, you're able to hear what you're reading. Instead of saying k, at, you say k, at, cat, and you're able to hear what you're reading. So the vowels are in red, very important. And so yes, all of my kids, I am a mom of 5, all of my kids have learned to read by the age of 3. Some of them have even learned how to read before 3, which is really amazing. But I didn't sit down with them for hours because I just don't have the time, and kids don't have the attention span. So these lessons are short, 5 minutes a day. And that is all it took. I started off with letter sounds first. I have a whole tutorial on how I taught my kids how to read, like step by step. So I'm gonna go link it below for you. But I do have some videos of my kids reading. You can find them on Instagram or all over YouTube. I'm gonna see if I can link some below right now. But now what I wanted to do is bring you inside and show you a look of every single book so that you can take a look inside of the Elemental Phonics books. Let's get started. This is level 1 of Elemental Phonics, which is a great book to start off with. It has a progression chart so children are able to track how they're doing with stickers. Here's lesson 20. By lesson 20, they're reading words. In lesson 44, they're reading sentences. And so they're able to track. The kids are always motivated by stickers. Here's an alphabet chart so that they can learn their letter sounds. The lessons are short. The vowels are in red. They're going to progress through the most common word families progressively. And then at the end, they're going to be reading sentences. So it's a really good book to start off with. They're going to get to reading sentences in that first book. Very basic sentences. Then in level 2, they're going to continue working through those 44 phonograms. So let me show you what it looks like. It still has that progression chart that they're going to complete. The lessons are a little bit more difficult. They're going to continue working though through these 44 phonograms, and they're going to learn a lot of different rules. Let me show you now the 3rd book, which is the last book. Now, this book still has the progression chart. It's a little longer because this book has a little bit more information to cover. But the lessons are still very manageable now. But let me show you what they're reading towards the end. Towards the end, they're reading pretty big words and sentences. So the book is progressively done. You don't do all of the levels in one year. That's not how it works. So, for example, you would do level 1 1 year. Take 1 year to do it. That's fine. Then level 2 another year, and then level 3 the last year. Some students will do level 1 and level 2 in 1 year. If they're a little older, maybe they're 5 or 6, they could do it together. But level 3 is going to take them to, learning all of the 44 phonograms, and they're going to be able to read those big words that they will find in books. But every single one is just a great book, and it's going to take them through the 44 phonograms. The first one, they're going to be reading those basic sentences. But you want to go through the 3 books because it will ensure that they are exposed to all of the 44 phonograms. As you can see, the books are simple and they're not fancy. They're just going to teach core phonics to your children, which is what they need to learn. even just getting the first book, right? If you have kids that are in your home, they're 3, they're 4, and you want to teach them how to read yourself, the first book is going to get them to reading sentences. So really simple. I have really been concerned of things that I've been hearing about kids struggling with reading. I read an article in February, and it was about the organization, the NAEP, which is the National Assessment of Education Progress. They test 4th and 8th graders, and it came out, the result of the test came that 40% of 4th graders are reading below the basic reading levels, and that is the highest percentage in nearly 3 decades. So things are not going good in school. Kids are struggling with reading, and it doesn't have to be hard. Once you start teaching kids how to read and they develop a love for reading, you can start going to the library, picking up readers according to their levels, and they will love reading. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you've used Elemental Phonics, because I have so many success stories that are sent to me all the time, from kids learning how to read really young, from kids with disabilities, with Down syndrome, learning how to read with these books. Please comment below if your kids have used Elemental Phonics, if you've gotten some good results. Let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I'll link the books below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.